On August 12, 2025, the Gyulai István Memorial Hungarian Athletics Grand Prix will stage one of the most anticipated women's 100-meter races of the year. At exactly 19:19 local time, on the lightning-fast track of Budapest's National Athletics Center, Jamaica's sprint royalty will line up. ShellyAnnFraserPryce, the meet record holder with 10.67 seconds, and SherickaJackson, the reigning 200-meter world champion and joint fifth fastest woman in history, over 100 meters with 10.65 seconds. This is no ordinary meet. Part of the World Athletics Continental Tour Gold, the Hungarian Grand Prix has become the final proving ground before the World Championships, the place where athletes test their speed, refine their execution, and gain the psychological upper hand. For Fraser-Pryce and Jackson, this race is not just about winning. It's about momentum, national pride, and setting the tone for Budapest. SherickaJackson has approached 2025 with precision. Her fastest time so far this season, 10:88 seconds, might seem modest compared to the world-leading marks, but Jackson's career shows she prefers to build form steadily rather than peak too soon. Her 10:65 personal best came at the Jamaican National Championships in 2023, and that mark still stands as the fifth fastest time ever recorded by a woman. Jackson is a multiple-time world champion in the 200-meter, an Olympic relay gold medalist, and a proven force over both sprints. She also holds the Gyulai István Memorial Women's 200-meter record at 21.96 seconds, set in 2021. This year, she returns to Hungary with a clear mission: sharpen her 100-meter execution and show she can challenge the fastest women in the world. A time in the high 10.7 range here would be a significant indicator that she's peaking at the right moment for the World Championships. ShellyAnnFraserPryce's resume is unmatched. 3 Olympic gold medals, 10 world titles, and a staggering 25 medals across the Olympics and World Championships make her one of the most decorated sprinters in history. At the Gyulai István Memorial, she is the undisputed 100-meter queen, holding the meet record of 10.67 seconds from August 8, 2022. Known for her explosive starts and flawless mechanics, Fraser-Pryce has consistently defied age expectations, running multiple sub-10.7 performances well into her 30s. After an injury-affected 2024 season, she's back on one of her favorite tracks, looking to fine-tune her race model ahead of Budapest. A performance in the low 10.8 range here would not only confirm her readiness, but also remind the sprinting world that she remains a championship threat of the highest order. The Gyulai István Memorial has earned its reputation as one of Europe's premier sprint meets. Traditionally held in Székesfehérvár, this year's event moves to Budapest's National Athletics Center, the same venue that hosted the 2023 World Championships. The meet is named in honor of István Gyulai, a former Hungarian sprinter and longtime IAAF General Secretary, and forms part of the World Athletics Continental Tour Gold Circuit. The women's 100-meter in Hungary has a history of producing world-class performances, and the conditions, a fast track, ideal August temperatures, and an electric crowd, make it a favorite stop for elite sprinters. Fraser-Pryce has won here before, and Jackson has dominated over 200-meter. This year, their head-to-head will be the centerpiece of the program. While the final lane assignments are pending, several names are already confirmed for the women's 100-meter. Marie-Josée Ta-Lou-Smith, the Ivorian sprint icon and African record holder at 10.72 seconds, will be in the lineup. She remains one of the most consistent sub-11 performers of the last decade. Jamaica's TinaClayton, the 2025 national champion with a personal best of 10.81 seconds, will also join the field, bringing youthful energy and a start as quick as anyone's. These confirmed entries ensure that the race will have both world-class experience and emerging talent. Even without confirmed participation from Americans like Melissa Jefferson or St. Lucia's Julian Alfred, the showdown between Fraser-Pryce and Jackson guarantees global attention. For SherickaJackson, Hungary is about executing the fundamentals under pressure. Her acceleration phase has sometimes been a vulnerability in the 100-meter, but her top-end speed is devastating once she's upright and at full stride. A clean reaction time and sharper first 30 meters will be the difference between winning and chasing. Given her current form, analysts believe a 10.78 to 10.80 would be an ideal mark. Fast enough to show she's ready for Budapest, but without fully revealing her top gear. A win over Fraser-Pryce here would give her a crucial mental edge going into the championship season. Fraser-Pryce's path to victory begins in the blocks. Her reaction times are consistently among the best in the sport, and her drive phase often leaves her opponents scrambling to catch up. In her 2022 meet record run, she was visibly ahead by 40 meters, a position from which she rarely loses. In 2025, the goal will be to recreate that race model: explosive start, maintain form through the transition, and power home without tightening in the final strides. Even if she finishes second, a low 10.8 clocking would confirm that her training cycle is on track for a peak in Budapest. Though they share a flag and have worked together on Jamaica's relay teams, Fraser-Pryce and Jackson are fierce competitors in the individual 100-meter. The rivalry is respectful but real. A Jackson victory in Hungary would shift the perception of Jamaica's sprint hierarchy, placing her as the likely number one heading into the World Championships. A Fraser-Pryce win would fuel the narrative of the comeback queen, once again defying expectations to beat the younger generation. Both outcomes carry significant weight, not just for the athletes themselves, but for the team dynamic heading into a championship meet. Jamaica's dominance in the women's 100-meter is a source of national pride. Built over decades by icons like Merlene Ottey, Veronica Campbell-Brown, and Elaine Thompson-Herah. But recent seasons have seen increased competition from American sprinters and rising Caribbean stars like Julian Alfred. A Jamaican victory in Hungary, especially with a fast time, would reassert their claim as the world's sprinting capital. A loss would give their rivals a boost of confidence and shift the pressure heading into Budapest. In elite sprinting, psychological momentum can be as important as physical readiness. The Hungarian Grand Prix has often foreshadowed championship success. Fraser-Pryce's wins here in 2013 and 2022 were followed by gold medals at that year's World Championships. Jackson's 200-meter record run in 2021 was a prelude to her global dominance in the event. While no medal will be handed out on August 12th, the race will offer critical insights into form, execution, and readiness for the biggest stage of the season. Coaches, analysts, and rivals will be watching every detail. When the starter's pistol fires at 1919 ceased on August 12th, it will be more than just a race to the line. It will be a declaration of intent for two of Jamaica's greatest sprinters. Will SherickaJackson sharpen her 100-meter credentials with a statement win? Will ShellyAnnFraserPryce prove yet again that age is no barrier to world-class speed? Or will another contender, like Talu Smith or TinaClayton, upset the balance? In just over 10 seconds, we'll have our answers. And those answers will shape not just the narrative for Budapest, but the legacy of Jamaica's sprinting dominance in 2025.